It appears this one leads to Bleak Rock, a frigid Nord holding, north of Eastmarch. For this gate to choose such a remote location, something important must be taking place there. The gallery is beckoning you to face it. Ready to brave the cold?
We submit to your will and call forth the chains of cold.
They're performing a ritual, preparing the way for a dark anchor.
Opening rift to Oblivion.
It's worse than we thought. The plane melt has begun.
The portals reach from our side to theirs. That means there is a traitor.
Perhaps it was simply arrogance. Perhaps it was all part of his grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince?
Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his.
Imagine seeing your nemesis succeed where you failed.
Let the way be opened.
I am patient.
Let the will of Moloch Baal be denied.
This world will one day be mine.
Pakruti is pleased to see you. An excellent selection. Your rewards are ready. Ah! Choose a reward. Uninspiring, but admirable. Pakruti is jealous of your good fortune. Shall we try again? Select your rewards, my friend. A suitable reward. Your crates are gone, my friend. But there are always additional crates available for purchase. Goodbye, my friend.
I'm short on good help, and I could use someone capable. Someone like you. We sighted a ship offshore. I've sent my troops to investigate. If it's the vanguard of an invasion, well, we'll need to evacuate. You'll find the people of Bleak Rock all across the island. Darj, the hunter, went to Skyshroud Barrow. Iman's out at Orky's Hollow with his sister Rolanda. Sane, my sergeant, is out at Hossen's Folly. You're the one Holsgar pulled out of the water. I'm glad you're up. I could use your help.
evacuate. Rana has no idea what she's
Good to see you again, mate.
Did I ever risk your lives like this?
You were unconscious at the time. I found you by the shore and brought you back to town. Marthor's been clucking over you since. So, what happened to you? Shipwreck? I've been drinking stout all day. If you told me you were Arkatosh come to grant my wishes, I might just believe it. We have a sailing caravel. If it comes back, you can take it back to the mainland. Some hours ago, the garrison spotted a ship sailing east. That young dark elf, Captain Rana, loaded up most of the troops in the caravel and sent them to take a look.
Did I ever risk your lives like this?
That ship's a wallowing merchantman, not a warship. Like as not, they're all in the teeth of the ocean now. Which leaves this a fort without a garrison. No good comes of that, I says. You were unconscious at the time. I found you by the shore and brought you back to town. Marthor's been clucking over you since. So, what happened to you? Shipwreck? Lousy luck. Could be worse, though. You did wash up before you froze to death in the sea. You have a sailing caravel. Maybe you could take work on it, if it comes back. I'm the miller. The big windmill yonder? Mine. Not that I often have work. Nothing much grows here. Every month or so we load our caravel with fish and trade them for grain in solitude. It's not efficient to mill it here, but it is cheap. Some hours ago, the garrison spotted a ship sailing east. That ship's a wallowing merchantman, not a war. You were unconscious at the time. I found you by the shore and brought you back to town. You seem spry for a soulless corpse. What does that mean? We don't need our souls? Ah, stout always gets me philosophical. I should stick to... I should know. Follow your heart and keep off the skooma, I suppose. Seriously. I'd get your soul back. I bet it's important. Our caravel can take you to the mainland if it comes back.
Hail.
I'm glad you're awake. When Husgard brought you in, everyone thought for sure you'd die. Huh? Do I look like one? I'm glad you have to ask. I'm just Maisa's apprentice, so far anyway. She's been teaching me for about a year now. Ah yes, we start with a lump of metal and end up with something useful. Horseshoes and nails and swords and what's not. I hear there are other kinds of crafters on the mainland, but I'd never be anything but a smith.
Did I ever risk your lives like this?
Have you seen the size of Maisa's arms? Hosgar says she once punched out a mammoth. Smithing is a great way to let out frustration, especially after Otagar comes over. He's a fisherman. Fisher lad. He stops by every day to see me. He's always making dirty comments. Someday, my dad's going to hurt him.
Have you spoken to Rana? Seen what we're up against? Bleak Rock Island. I was in command for years until Captain Rana took over. Now we sit on our hands while she dithers and frets. I repelled an Aldmeri Dominion scouting party once, and we've had bandits and raiders aplenty. I handled every emergency, but Captain Rana won't listen to a word I say. Lighting the watchtower. When we spot a ship, we're supposed to send a signal. We spotted one, but Rana's delaying. She wants proof it's not a merchant, so she sent our only boat after the ship. It's loaded with the garrison's troops. Foolish girl. You did take a hit to the head. 10 years back, when the Akaviri invaded from across the Eastern Sea, the Nords, Dark Elves, and Argonians united to throw them back. Now, we're the Ebonhart pact. Huh. Once we smashed those snakes, they didn't come back. Nowadays, we got other problems. The Daggerfall Covenant and the Aldmeri Dominion. Holsgar the Miller found you along the shore. He was certain you were going to die, but he dragged you back to town just the same. We spotted a ship offshore. I think it's the Daggerfall Covenant. They've claimed lands to the northwest across the High Rock and Hammerfell. It might be a scout, but I still think we're in for a fight.
Times like these, it pays to know the art of alchemy. Reagents are more dangerous to acquire, sure, but everyone wants potions. Very profitable. Alchemy is the art of creating potions. We scour the fields and caves of Tamriel in search of reagents like mushrooms, flowers, and the like. Mixing these ingredients with a water solvent in correct quantities can create powerful elixirs. Well, not just any water will do. You'll find that some pools of water contain special qualities that make them ideal for potion making. The grade of the water determines the potency of the product. All reagents have hidden properties. When they are combined with other ingredients that bestow the same benefits, the potency is compounded. This reaction determines the nature of the potion. It's just a matter of experimentation, you see. Take a load off. Our banks are the most secure places in all Tamriel. We pride ourselves on our services.
Buying, selling, trading.
I don't like the cold much, so I keep a bunch of blankets in one of my own bags. After all, I've got bags to spare, right?
Pains me to think of leaving this place behind. But maybe it's time I did. The danger... Of course! Enchanting is the art of empowerment. We gather runes found throughout the world and use our special instruments to assemble them into glyphs. These glyphs can be used to magically enhance worn or wielded items. Not exactly. Runes can be extracted from glyphs you find while adventuring. It's a delicate process. So you'll have to return to one of our workstations to proceed. Note that the glyph will be destroyed in the process. Unfortunate, but necessary. Glyphs are assembled by combining 3 different runes. Potency runes determine the glyph's strength. Aspect affects the glyph's quality. Finally, the essence rune decides the glyph's effect. It's a delicate art, best learned by doing. Good luck.
Hey there. Hungry? I'm your woman.
I don't remember why I came here, but I have every regret for doing so. If I could move backwards through time, I would slap myself. Of course, we provisioners practice the arts of cooking and brewing. Good food requires the best ingredients. We gather fresh meat and produce from crates, barrels, and the like. If we're lucky, we'll also find recipes in chests, trunks, and desks. Once you've copied the recipe down and acquired the necessary ingredients, that's when the real fun begins. Cooking pots and rotisseries can be found all over. You need only find one, select a recipe, and then indulge in the simple joy of cooking. Don't forget drink. Hearty meals will fill your belly, increasing your general well-being, both body and soul. Strong drink can stimulate the humours, allowing you to recover more quickly. If you're lucky, you might find a recipe that does both.
Good to see you again.
Thirsty? Brew your own!
Most Nords don't really appreciate the gift of magic or what I do. Including me. I'd rather be a lumberjack.
I handle the woodworking for the village here. Most of it, anyway. Anything I can help you with? Certainly. Woodworkers shape wood into all manner of useful tools. But bows, staves, and shields are our specialty. This work requires fine lumber and a sturdy work table. We also seek out style books and rare ingredients for more advanced work. Sure. While shaping the wood, we can choose a special trait to focus on. It takes research to discover these techniques, but it's well worth the effort. Increasing the weight or tuning the angle can draw out different advantages in the final product. Well, the piece can be improved even more through the use of resins, special elements that enhance the value and quality of your work. The improvement process is delicate, so be sure you've got enough tempers and a steady hand. Good luck!
Crafting warm, sturdy clothing is the most important job on the island. Think you're up for it? I've got a few goods you might like. Take a look. We tan, weave, stitch, you name it. People in search of medium and light armor come to us. This requires fibers, leather, and a work table like those found in town. We also seek out style books and special ingredients for more advanced work. Yes, of course. During the tailoring process, we can choose a special trait for the work. It takes research to discover these techniques, but it's well worth the effort. Reinforced buckles, intricate detail work, each brings a special benefit. Well, the piece can be improved even more through the use of tannins. These elements can enhance the value and quality of your work. Just be cautious. You risk ruining the piece if you're not careful. Improving on perfection is no mean feat. Crafting warm, sturdy clothing is the most important job on the island. Think you're...
I handle the wood.
Ah, our mysterious guest. My husband Holsgar was the one who found you. If you're looking to buy supplies, you've come to the right place. You washed up on the shore. Strangest thing, your clothes weren't wet when we found you. Ah, our mysterious guest. We put hammer to anvil to forge armor and weapons. This requires a lot of metal. We scour hills and caves looking for rare ores to work. Raw materials will only take you so far. You need style books and special ingredients for more advanced work. You bet. A true blacksmith can read the metal to determine its potential. During the forging process, we can choose a trait that best fits the item, provided we've done our research. Additional sharpening, extra weight, these are just examples. Well, the piece can be augmented even more through the use of tempers. These elements can enhance the value and quality of your work. Of course, no worthwhile endeavor comes without risk. Trying to improve an item can result in breaks, so be careful.
Kind keep you, friend. Come to turn some trash into treasure?
Can I interest you in anything?
I hate it here. I'd rather do my tailoring somewhere warmer and safer, less remote.
If you're heading into the White, you'll need some strong... I wish I was off adventuring.
Well?
This work isn't going to do itself.
So much to do. Yes?
Hello there.
I could use a break.
Oh there. Feeling better? What, this? It's good Skyrim weather. Not even squalling. Come back in the dead of winter. Cold enough to freeze the hairs in your nose. Aye, me and Tilrani. Built that house ourselves, board by board. When I got here, I never dreamed my commander would bed me. Even less that she'd like me enough to take Mara's vows.
I'd little time for talk.
You wish to suffer my wrath?
Hail!
Why must I suffer so?
Hail.
Have I offended the three?
Mud crabs. Delicious creatures. Of course, the Dark Elves and Nords turn up their noses. That just leaves more for me. I'm no good running on wet decks anyway. It's the Lost Toes. No, but I let the elves think so. When I was younger, I sailed on a legitimate trading ship run by Khajiit. When the Dark Elves caught us, they took my toes for thieving.
What hope is there for me?